Already. So in this video, I wanted to talk about uh, the concept of a beta male, right? I just want to give my opinion because what I'm seeing that's happening with all the talk of alpha male and high value man, um, people start thinking of a beta male as a bad thing, you know. It almost became like an insult, you know. Someone calling you're a beta male sounds like an insult now, you know. But the reality is 90, maybe 99% of us are really just beta males, and it's not a bad thing. Because why? Because they can't be, everybody can't be an alpha. You understand? Everybody can't be uh, on the 1%. You know what I mean? And that's what the alpha is. You know, even in nature, there's always a leader of the pack, right? And then every time there's another leader that's born into the pack, the old one dies, or he's chased out. Okay? There's never 3, 4, 5 leaders in a pack, you know, and there's a reason why. All right, let's go back to the beta male. You know, what's the difference between a beta male? Now, I'm going to talk about relationship wise because that's what this channel is really about. To me, the beta male is fine with just one woman. The beta male has developed like a tolerance for women's tricks, for women's attitude, disrespect, and all that stuff. He's developed a tolerance and he's willing to work through it, right? He's willing to deal with all your bullshit, with all your tests, all your petty games, you know. And we all know, like, women, not all women, you know, but a lot of women, they get bored, and next thing you know, you're their plaything, you know. So as a beta male, you'll take a lot of that shit, you know. Now, what I want to clarify is you don't have to be 100% beta male. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be an alpha male, because I don't think you can fully just switch from a beta male to an alpha male. But what you can do is you can kind of take the good quality from the alpha and try to mimic that as much as you can in your life. You know what I mean? You don't have to turn into an alpha. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But if you act upon the same quality, you know, showing value, showing firmness, you know, showing that you don't back down from a woman, showing that you don't mind telling her the truth. You know, for example, if she asks you, do you want to watch this movie, and you know it's a girly movie that you don't really have any interest in, you don't have a problem telling her, I'm not watching that movie, right? Instead of wasting 2 hours of your life, you know, clearly you're not interested, but you just sit there and take it, and in the meantime she loses attraction for you, right? So, and in a way, the women are not necessarily attracted to the alpha. They're more attracted to the alpha behavior. You know what I mean? So I hope that's making a little bit of sense. You don't have to be 100% beta, you know, which would put you into the category of a simp. You know, simp, in my opinion, a simp is the reason why it is probably 90% the reason why we're in this mess right now. You know, 90% of the reason why women are behaving the way they're behaving, because you will try to set her back in line, put her back in her place, and then the next thing you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 simps will come right behind you and destroy the hard work that you've done. You know, you show the woman that you have value, and you show her that she's really not all that. But then the moment you leave, all she has to do is go on social media, on Instagram, and post a picture or two, and all the sims will just come out there and praise her like she's a goddess when she's just like a 5 or 6, right? So that's the world we live in right now. Anyway, so if you're a beta, if you've been called a beta male, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. It's definitely not an insult, right? All you gotta do is just adjust your attitude a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? And how do you know where to start? How do you know what to take out? All right. A lot of the times you can't know where you're going wrong until somebody points it out for you. You know, because we don't really judge ourselves the right way. You know, everybody is always easy on themselves. You know, so you always wanna get the outside view of yourself, right? But there's always one thing that's common to every beta male, every sim, you know, and a lot of men do the same thing. You know, you care too much what she thinks about you. You know what I mean? If you can master that alone, that would get you really close to an alpha status. You know, if you stop caring what the women thinks about you, if you stop caring what society, your friends, your family, anybody, if you stop caring what they think about you, you'll be more confident. Your confidence will go up. You know, and automatically you will separate yourself from the rest, right? So a woman will deal with you, and she'll find you more attractive because she hasn't dealt with somebody like you. You know, she's always been dealing with guys that care too much about what she thinks, guys that would go and change their clothing style because she says she doesn't like it, guys that would, you know, that would let her get away with everything. You know, so that's the number one and the common denominator in a lot of beta males, a lot of simps, right? So that's just it. You know, right? It's not an insult. You know what I mean? And 99% of us are beta males. You know, I'm not gonna call myself an alpha male because, you know, I've always known certain things about the game, but to keep all these up, it's been a challenge. You know what I mean? It's been a challenge to always stay in your masculine frame. It's been a challenge to always stay on your ground, your grind. You know, working, making money, keeping your money up. You know, you always wanna relax. It's been a challenge keeping up in shape. You know, you always wanna kind of just you know, take a day off when you know you should be at the gym. You know, for at least an hour. You know, so. You know, it's always been a challenge to check these women on every corner. It's almost like a full-time job, man. Having a woman is always, you know, there's always, you know, little games going on, little tests going on, you know. So yeah, so I've acted like a beta male before. At least I actually. To be honest, it's been like most of my life. Like even if I get into the player mode, and everything is good. But once I get into a boyfriend role, everything falls apart because I turn into the beta male, and slowly the attraction gets lost. That's something that's self-awareness. That's what I'm saying. You gotta know yourself. If you don't know what you're doing wrong, you gotta ask someone that's seeing you from the outside, and they can tell you the trait, the beta male trait, and the beta male character that you're portraying. All right. So yeah, being a beta male is not a bad thing. Most of us are beta male. So the only thing you need to do is just take what you want from the alpha and use it in your life, right? And then trust me, you'll be ahead of the game, because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, they choose to just stay where they are. Self-improvement is hard for a lot of people, even though it's not really that hard to self-improve. But a lot of people don't really want to do it. A lot of people just give up. They just stay the way they are. So that's the video, guys. Peace.